The summer national sport of Canada is lacrosse, and the winter national sport is ice hockey. Lacrosse. History. Many national sports such as cricket, football, or rugby are popular around the world. But
yes, no more cats.
yeah.
So how's everything? School's good? I guess I asked
Yeah.
you in reading class. So not much has changed in a day, has it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, since you're still doing reading and everything, I know you didn't do many of the classes in 27, but I'm sure with a little review, you would be fine to do the test. So you've got your copy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you know the drill. It's the same thing, right? We're going to do some reading. The testing is going to change a little bit very soon. I think in the next test, actually, it'll be a bit different, more like the 30s, where we have more discussion. But for today, it's still the same. So we're going to read about one of the national sports in Canada, and I'm going to score your pronunciation and reading. And then I'm going to ask you some questions for comprehension and listen to you for your use of grammar and use of vocabulary. Same. So when you are ready, go.
While most nations have one national sport, Canada is different, as it has two. Both are national sports by law. The summer national sport of Canada is lacrosse, and the winter national sport is ice hockey. Lacrosse. History. Many national sports such as cricket, football, or rugby are popular around the world, but lacrosse is not popularly well known outside Canada. It is based on a field game played by the original Canadian people, and we first hear of it in 1637, when a French traveler noted a game called crosse. Whole Indian villages played this game, and lacrosse field often used to be over a kilometer long. The sport became popular with people who came from British and France in the mid 1800s, and the first match involving this new population took place in 1844. It became more popular, and its players set up the National Lacrosse Association of Canada in 1867, which developed the techniques and rules necessary in the sport. It became known outside Canada in the early part of the 20th century. International composition. Lacrosse appeared as a competitive sport in the Summer Olympics of 1904 and 1908, but since then it has only appeared as an exhibition sport. Example, to show people what it is like with no opportunities for medals. The Lacrosse World Championships are held every 4 years. Until 1986, only four nations took part: Canada, the USA, England, and Australia. But numbers are growing, with 38 nations entering the 2004 competition. The medal-winning places are usually shared between the USA, Canada, and Australia. One thing that is quite surprising about the sport is that since 1990, a Canadian team called the Iroquois
Indian nation, yeah.
Iroquois nations has taken part in the international competitions. The only original original North American people do so in any sport. They have come fourth in all the recent world championships except for 2010 when they weren't allowed to enter the UK where the competition took place. So they missed the opportunity to compete for a medal. Aims and rules. Lacrosse is a team sport, and like many team sports, the aim is to score more goals than the other team. Teams consist of 10 players who use a long stick with a net on the end to catch, carry, and pass a small rubber ball. Players have to throw the ball at the goal, a net that is 1.8 meters wide by 1.8 meters high. Each match is 60 minutes long with 4 quarters of 15 minutes each. Players can run with the ball, but they must catch it with their hands.
Yeah, so it's very similar to hockey and football, the soccer version.
Yeah,
Same thing. Teams got to pass it, got to shoot it, got to score, except they use a racket kind of with a stick with a net on the top. You can see a picture of it there.
Yeah.
It's quite, it's a contact sport too, so you can hit each other. So it's quite entertaining to watch. And yeah, we already talked about in class about Indian, and you're Indian, and that's where Christopher Columbus and them got a little confused, thinking they had got to India, but they got to the Americas. And yeah, so they don't call the official name in Canada is First Nation people. Though they're there, so we don't call them Indians anymore because they're not Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the States, they call them Native Americans. All right, cool. And again, with years, I know you said 1904, 1908. But you can make it shorter too. You can just say 1908. You can just like a phone number, you can say that. Or 2010. Okay, but now your pronunciation is good. It's very good. All right. So, who first played lacrosse? Who first played that game? Where was it discovered?
No, these were in America.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
North America. I'm guessing if they found it in North America, in Canada is what they're talking about here, of course, because it's one of Canada's national sports, not the USA.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance they probably played it in some parts of the United States as well.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess, but I wasn't around then. When did they discover the game? When and who discovered this game?
It was first discovered in 1637 by a French traveler.
Yeah, he found the game. When was there a match between the people of Britain and France? When did they first start playing the game?
Mid-1800s.
Yeah. So the mid-1800s, what would be an example of some years in the mid-1800s? What years would be mid-1800s? I'm not sure. What does mid mean? Mid is short for just like a midterm. What's a midterm? What does the mid mean?
Middle.
Yeah, that's right. It's the middle. A middle term is the test, after the first or second semester to divide things up to get some of your scores done. Yeah. So it would be the same thing in a century. So the middle of the 1800s would be?
1850s.
Yeah, the 1840s, 1850s, maybe 40 to 60. You know, that would be the mid 1800s. Yeah. All right. Oh, is lacrosse a Olympic sport?
Yes.
Today?
No, not today.
Not anymore. Yeah, only back in 1904 and 1908.
Yeah.
That's then just exhibition. Yeah, there weren't enough countries that played. It said that there were only four, was it four? Only 4 nations took part. Yeah, Canada, USA, England, and Australia. How many nations play lacrosse now?
38 nations.
Yeah, now it's quite a few more. Maybe we'll have to start an Indian and a Vietnamese team. We'll do some exhibition games between India and Vietnam. So what's the aim of the game? What are they trying to do in the game? How do you win?
So to win the game, you have to score the most. So there are 2 teams divided in this game. Each team is considered each team has 10 players, and the goal of the game is to score more points than the other team.
Yeah.
In 60 minutes.
Yes, that is correct. Very simple game. What kind of equipment do they use?
There is this long stick with a small net at the end to catch the rubber ball with.
Yeah, they also wear paddings, but they didn't mention that. And they wear very thick gloves because they get hit on their hands with the sticks a lot. You wouldn't be able to play the game without those protective gloves. Kind of like ice hockey. They have to wear those protective gloves. All right. Do you remember what the other national sport in Canada is?
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey. Canada also has 2 national languages. Do you know what they are?
No.
English and French are both national languages there. Do you have more than 1 national language in your country?
We have Hindi, and then we also have English. So yeah, I guess you could say that.
But English,
I'm not sure though.
No, but English is not a national language.
Yeah, it's not a national language.
That's right. Okay, very good. All right, that's good. Thank you for doing your test. You did fine. Hopefully we'll see you in 8:28, right? Are you still doing badminton those evenings?
Yeah.
Oh, still badminton, huh? All right, then. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. See you in reading.
Bye.
Bye-bye.